Okay. So, this section. Who are you? Some human? Who am I? I am Scott K. Barr. I'm the proud skipper of this ship that protects Nerea's flame. Protector ship. It was the day of the storm. My crew and I were navigating the seas as usual. Then those brutes, pirates, suddenly attacked us. They were after Nerea's flame. My crew was imprisoned and I was thrown into the sea. I drifted on the current to this port. After that, I took this boat and went searching for my ship and crew, but they were nowhere to be found. It haunts me, wondering where my ship could be. I'd bet my hat they turned my ship invisible and are hiding out somewhere. You can't see it. In order to protect Nerea's flame, the ship has a function that allows it to become invisible. You say you're searching for Nerea's flame. Oh, you need it to find someone important to you. In that case, you should help me search for my ship and crew. Third time we're showing the ship now. So, thanks for that game. In that case, something weird about this map of yours. If you're going to navigate through waters, you need a proper sea chart. There's a sea chart in my shack. So first, get on a boat, set a course for Skipper's Retreat. My circuits sparked to life in the salt air. Feels good to take to the seas again after so long, but let's see if I can remember how to navigate. This is how you move, this is how you speed, this is how you cannon, this is how you fire. That's where my house is. You know, one other way this game has a similarity to Phantom Hourglass. They'll show you something on the map, but then they will not mark it on that map. They force you to mark it on the map, just like back in Phantom Hourglass. You remember that? It would show you the map and say, there's something here. And if you didn't manually draw on it, sucks to be you. Same thing here, even though, like, you know, we have a map. Now, it doesn't always do that, because I was just proven wrong 5 seconds ago. But I've noticed that in several times. It's like, hey, you were paying attention, right? Thank you, Scott K-Bar, for the bits. Always appreciate. And if you happen to know where you want that to go, please let me know. So yeah, this is how this works. The Dragon Quest Zenithian. You got it. Dragon Quest 4. Dragon Quest 5. Dragon Quest 6. Done. Thank you again. It's actually funny. This isn't really that impressive, but it kind of is. Hardware-wise, this is showing off some of the things the Wii could do. This is the kind of things they wanted to do back in Twilight. Well, this is actually the kind of thing they wanted to do back in Link to the Past. Yeah, it's a neat little trick. I like it. So that was cool. We've arrived. My shack's at the very top. Sea chart we need is in my shack, but you're the one who'll have to go get it. There are more monsters here than before, so be careful. I can't wander far from the boat. Do you know why you can't wander from the boat, sir? Like, are you aware of the time bubble you're standing in? Gushing, 100%. Best in Slot Mart. I know a lot of people like it when I bash, but honestly, I'll take gushing 10 times out of 10. That's a good question, Bionic. Don't question it. Don't question it. People have argued for years whether or not they're actually sentient and sapient or not. It is a debate. Who knows? Good afternoon, Dark Day. The delivery bot might have some droid effect, but I think I agree, Rex. Well, you mean like out here? It does have a range limit. But yeah. You can see the water. Such as it is. Don't think... Yeah. Water is solid to us, though. I don't blame you, Busted Slum Mark. That's one of the reasons why, despite having tens of thousands of viewers, I only get like about 100 per game. Because only those 100 are interested in that particular game. Plus, you know, general availability and other issues. It kind of depends, Baron. We've already seen several demonstrable aspects of Type 2 time travel, however. For example, for some of the puzzle solving, if we do something, and it changes it in the past to affect the present, that is clearly Type 2. Narratively, however, there's actually a decent amount of evidence that this is, in fact, something closer to Type 1. That all of the stuff that we have done in the past already happened. So, shrug, honestly. It worked. Well, a lot of people show up for the really Drek games, but you have to go pretty far down below bad to get to that level of quality, as weird as that probably sounds. For example, I don't think anybody particularly wanted to watch the Zelda 1 stream. I found it was useful from a historical perspective, and of course, you know, I don't regret the stream. But Zelda 1 was merely a negative 100. Look at Quest 64 for a second and tell me what a bad game looks like. And they're long gone. Damn it. Couldn't even pull the net out quickly enough. Why doesn't it pause when I pull up the menu? Yeah, I'm never actually going to do this because time, but it would be funny to see what a Glare Silently playthrough looks like. Apparently, I can't do that without the... Whatcha-fig. The whip. Oh my god, where's the whip? Where's the whip? Where's the whip? Where's the whip? Hey, Zagtaft. How much is the last thing I want to do is give more negatives? I think I'm officially going to give a negative for the lack of a pause feature. Or, that's actually wrong. Obviously, I could pause. Check it out. The game's paused. You know what I can't do? Pause while switching items. Either of them. Why is that a thing? Somebody explain that to me. That's an interface problem right there. That's just, again, that's just confusing. Like so many other decisions in this game. That's just confusing. Yeah, it's been interesting, Arspruce, to say the least. At least to me. Maybe just to me. I don't know. Game. You. Game. 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 What are you doing, game? God damn bugs. That's another thing. When you switch to an item, it automatically pulls that item out, which is another strange choice. I can't just switch to an item and have it ready. It's like, hey, switch to this. Okay. And I immediately pull the net out. Switch to the claw shot. And I'm automatically in aim mode, you know? It's like, no, I just wanted to have it ready for when I need it. Weird interface choices in this game. Look at some of the pictures of the ship and the crew on the ship. Anyways. Oh yeah, let's heal. She just told me not to take a rest until I've accomplished my objective. Seriously, that's what she just said. I recommend not taking a rest until you've accomplished your objective. We're looking for the sea chart. Shut up, Fi. Yeah, we went from, you should take a break, to, no breaks. No breaks. I can't win. I can't win. Nobody goes home till the job is done. Hey, Jim Whisperer. Master, look over here. Yep, Titanic reference. Yes, really. I forget what that's a reference to, but that's a reference to a famous painting, I think. Or picture. Good afternoon, Noctis. That ship containing Nehru's flame. There's a 90% chance the synthetic life forms assembled here are the crew. This image would indicate that the ship's captain spent many days among his many crew members. No, what you're referencing is actually a meme, which itself is referencing Warcraft 3, Lord Hermon. Yeah, thanks, Fi. You really shouldn't open other people's cupboards without permission. Okay. Listen, I'm not asking for a back rub from someone who has no arms or hands or anything. That's true, she does have feet. Wow, there's actually a kill plane there. Okay, that's a weird thing that happened. What makes a bad prequel? You know, that's an interesting question. I don't think I have an answer for you, though. As weird as this is probably going to sound, I think the same thing that would make a bad prequel is the exact same thing that makes a bad sequel. If you decide to make a sequel that either completely pisses on the original, or you know, spits on the viewers and players and fans, or has nothing to do with anything whatsoever, then you've probably made a bad prequel, just like you've made a bad sequel. That's how you do that. There's a reason we have external continuity, which I was actually debating if that even applies to this game. I don't think it does, even though it almost should. There's one asterisk to that, and we'll talk about that much later. Literally after the final boss. You got the sea chart. Let's look for my ship. Let's set sail. The shipyard's at this location. Let me mark it for you. Weep. Pound for pound, Enterprise is a bad prequel. Because 1/4 good means 3/4 bad, and that means bad overall. Having said that, Season 4 is actually a pretty good example of a good prequel. I love how the rocks just pop into existence as we navigate. RDR2 is such a good prequel that it might, if RDR1 didn't exist, it would still be a great game. Metal Gear Solid 3 is a much better example of a good prequel, though. That ties everything together so perfectly. And, once again, is a great game on its own. Metal Gear Solid 5 is total garbage. Story-wise, anyways. I hear a lot of people swear by the gameplay, though. Welcome to the shipyard. Luffy 2 is a damn good prequel. So much so that it is functionally actually a sequel. We've arrived. This is the island where we used to make our ships. You'll find the shipyard here as well as the town where the workers lived. That building is the construction bay. But the entrance is closed. Looks like you can't get in. Each location on the island is linked to the others via a minecart track. You might be able to get to the back door of the construction bay if you get around the other side using a minecart. It's over there. You should head there first. I'll wait here. Yoshi's Island is a prequel. Although then they ruined that with Yoshi's... with New Yoshi's Island? Or was it Yoshi's Island DS? Oh god, I forget which one's which. Yoshi's Island 1 is a prequel, then Yoshi's Island 2 is a sequel to Yoshi's Island. But then Yoshi's Island 3 is actually a sequel to Yoshi's Island 1 and is a prequel to Yoshi's Island 2. Just to be as perfectly confusing as possible. Literally, the order this the games goes: Yoshi's Island 1, Yoshi's Island 3, Yoshi's Island 2, Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario World, and that's the lineup. Oh, kill ya! I'm just kidding. Live and let live. Bye. Hello? This station here is used by folk heading to the old mines. People still ride minecarts all over the place, though. I'm probably supposed to tell you there's some safety information about using the carts posted on the wall over there. Cart riding can be dangerous at times, so I'd suggest you give that stuff a quick read. Why are you here in the middle of the desert? I've been here for, well, who knows how long. Years. I have to ride these carts every day, and I never get bored of it. Okay. Oh yeah, you like motion control roller coasters, right? Don't worry, we don't have that, but just picture this back in the day, would you? Picture motion controls. Safe. Very safe method of travel. Oh, I could totally tip it over. It will tip over if I don't, like, constantly correct it, which is what I'm doing, by the way. It's not obvious. Round 2. Fight! well, okay. Okay. Notice this is a pretty good example of introduction escalation. The first part of the mind track was just, you know, do it. Now we have to do it fast and also change directions as we're going. Otherwise, death. We'll go left because I don't know. Just guessing there, honestly. I believe you are correct, Rex. Hello, Yada. And we're here. Last stop, Construction Bay. I swear to God, if you say that we've just arrived at the construction bay... Oh my God, it's not even a meme. It's not even a meme. Look at the screen. Look at what's right there. Oh my God. Bye. 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 Okay. Okay. I'm just... Okay. I just... Hi, Valerian. With the passing of many years, this structure has filled with sand. Fi, you're making it really hard to get through this game. I recommend looking in the sand for a clue that may direct you to the location of the ship. Yeah, hey, everyone! Did you know there's sand in here? You might have missed that. Underneath all the sand. I can't even make this up. I can't even make this up. Apparently there's pirate attacks back in the day. No, I've never streamed Sins of a Solar Empire. I am aware of it. I've played it. I admittedly bounced off of it pretty hard because it just wasn't very interesting single player, and I have no interest in multiplayer. But, yes, or rather, no, I guess. I've never streamed it. Yes, we've arrived. Literally, I'm sorry. I have to stress this. Literally, her lines of dialogue were, we're at the construction yard, and there's lots of sand here. Those are 2 lines of dialogue back to back. Okay. Hope the plans for my ship are completed soon. Yeah, tell me about it. You know, some games, it's especially true amongst, like, say, the 4X space, have this thing where they have a setting, they have gradient settings for how many hints they give the player. And there's usually a setting like, I've never played this genre before. And that's helpful for someone who's never played the genre before. And then there's usually a hint setting that's like, I've played the genre before, but I've never played this franchise before. And occasionally there's a, I've never played this specific game before. In other words, here's how to play this type of game. Here's how to play this type of series. Here's how to play this specific game. That's cool. I like that. That's helpful. Yeah, you saw this coming, right? Literally the same fight again, by the way. Nothing different about this at all. We haven't reached it yet, Spartan. Master, it would appear that in many years this factory went unused. Monsters have moved in and built a nest. I now estimate the chance of finding a clue in the sand here as the ship's location is extremely low. No, that's a valid point. I haven't given an empty text negative for Phi yet. Mostly because I was putting that under tutorialization. But that is a good point. I calculate a 0% chance that searching further in this location will lead to the appearance of the ship. Because of the substantial and unfavorable odds, I suggest reporting the ship's captain and leaving this island. Thanks, Fi. If you're wondering, I didn't hit a button. She just decided to pop out because I was taking too long. Like this was God of War 5. God damn. I need to re-stress. This is the toned down Fi. Just... My ship was in here. There's only one place left to look for clues. This could be scary, but we have to head to the stronghold of the pirates. Let's go. This is pretty scary. Pirate captain is a mechanical maniac. He's got no shortage of evil underlings, too. I never wanted to lay eyes on him again, but if we want to take the ship back, we have no choice. It's up here. Yep, thanks. About the playtesting thing, I hate to just constantly bang on about how Super Metroid is one of the best games ever made. But Super Metroid is one of the best games ever made. And I will always point to one big thing for why it is. QA. The amount of additional testers. 3 separate teams of testers playing that game. And it's not like Super Metroid was a perfect game. It still had its flaws. It still had issues. But 3 separate teams of people playing through that at different levels, too. You had in-house actual QA testers. You had other people who had nothing to do with the team, but were still part of Nintendo. And then you had people outside of Nintendo just testing the game to play it. 3 separate teams, and Super Metroid pops. Now, you're probably thinking, what does that have to do with Skyward Sword? Remember the really troubled production line that this had? Remember how this is considered the most troubled production of any Zelda ever? And how they were constantly behind, and there was talks about actually shutting down the franchise, and people were actually angry and fighting with each other in-house. How much QA testing do you think this game got? Especially since it dragged on. Its development cycle was longer than it should be, which means its budget was over budget, which means by the time the game was into a playable and finishable state, they probably didn't want to wait another month or 5 months or a year in order to actually QA, polish, test it up to a shine. Now, what's really funny is Nintendo has done this exact same thing very right with Mario Odyssey. Do you remember that? Mario Odyssey's release was actually pushed back by like 8 months or something like that. I forget the exact timing, but it was not quite a year. Specifically so they could do QA testing, so they could polish it, so they could run through it a few more times and really polish it. And lo and behold, Mario Odyssey is one of the best games ever made. Moving on. Yeah, that's the thing. Nintendo seems to have no standard whatsoever when it comes to how much polish they put into the games. Because sometimes they will polish their games to a goddamn shine. And then sometimes they won't. If you think about it, they should all be dead. The only reason I'm up and about is because of that time shift stone on the boat. Okay, there you go. Proof factual. He actually is aware of the time shift stone and the fact that he's in the present. I have nothing to worry about. I feel all better. Time for you to go look for my ship. I'll wait here, of course. I will say Scarlet and Violet is a perfect example of what I'm talking about, even if it's not Nintendo. Because I bet you that game would be the best game, the best Pokemon game ever, with, you know, another 6 to 8 months of just QA testing and polishing passing. I have heard nothing but glowing, amazing stuff about the game, narratively and gameplay-wise, except for the goddamn bugs and unpolished, unfinished mess it is. So, you know? Now, granted, haven't played it. I'm still extraordinarily blind on Violet, and I'd like to remain that way. I'm just going on what other people are saying. Master, please take a look. This device looks like it was meant to hold a time shift stone, but there's not one currently installed. There's a 95% chance it is the same type of device as the ones we encountered in the mine. Signs indicate the time shift stones were used in the facility as sort of a power source. You know, speaking of Fi, this is as good a time as any to mention something about Fi that you may or may not be aware of. Did you know she was originally written by about 5 or 6 different people? Now, you're probably thinking, oh my god, that explains everything. Well, no, hear me out for just a second. There's this thing where having multiple writers on a project usually tends to improve the quality of the writing because of the usual reason. It's the exact same, it's basically the writing version of QA testing, right? The writers can check each other. They can be like, oh, hang on, that doesn't make sense. Oh, you're right, of course. And obviously that requires a good writing group and a good writing manager, but the fact is, having multiple writers who are working together can make a much better story. Dragon Age Origins is a good example of this. But I bring this up because Fi was originally written by several people, and pretty much each section had like a different writer dedicated to writing for her in that section. But there was a huge problem. Her language was different per section. Her speech patterns, her word choice, that kind of thing was different. And they're like, that can never do. That's unacceptable. We have to fix it. So one guy came through and ended up just writing all of her dialogue. I want to stress the way I'm saying this, because originally he was just going to come in and edit the dialogue. But then he ended up throwing out all the existing dialogue and just writing all new dialogue for her. And the reason I'm bringing this up is this, in my opinion, explains everything. Imagine you're on a project, and you've been working on that project for a while, probably years. And then towards the end, you're like, someone's like, hey, there's an issue with such and such. We need you to redo all of such and such. You're at the end of the project timeline. You have to do all of that by yourself. You probably have a deadline because they were aiming for the 25th anniversary for this game. And now, how good of a quality are you going to put? How good of a job do you think you're going to do? What level of quality do you think you're going to put out for that job that you are now doing by yourself, that you weren't expecting to do, that you were now rushed to do? No, it's not Miyamoto. It's Hayabayashi, or however you pronounce his name. I forget his name. I've talked about him a few times before. He probably did the best he could. But the more I think about that little anecdote, the more Fi makes a lot more sense. Now, obviously, a single writer can do that level of quality. I should know. I'm a single writer who can do that level of quality. But at the same time, that's still a huge strain and strenuous. And obviously, Fi is not well written. Master, take a look. It's a frickin' time stone. This object is called a timeshift orb. I conjecture that unlike a timeshift stone, this device was designed to be carried around and installed in different locations. Thanks for that, Fi. You goddamn idiot. You didn't tell me that the whip could go through bars, which was mandatory to progress, by the way. But you'll tell me the bleeding obvious. Okay, negativity off, because this dungeon actually pops. This isn't. I don't think even this isn't the actual next dungeon. I think this is just the next mini dungeon. But this is cool. Oh, you really want to die, don't you? Your wish is my command. That's very true, Blade Chaval. So this, like, and there's some cool puzzles, like, hey, I want to get that chest. Oh, no problem. I'll just put this over here, put it down, and then walk through the door, because electricity will be there when there's one way, and the razor wire will be there the other way, right? So now we automatically have types of doors that shift based on which time frame they're in. And I know what you're thinking. That's basically just the shift puzzles from all the way back in, like, LTTP, and you're kind of right. But at the same time, this is a much more dynamic and fluid way to interact with that, and it puts so much more of it in the player's control. This is cool. So for all my complaining about Fi, because she's terrible, at least we have an awesome little mini dungeon to do it with, you know? Look at this. It's just such a basic jumping puzzle, but it's made more interesting by virtue of how it's progressed. Oh man, that's a tough one, Lord Harriman. I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna put this here. Scooch past this. Like, it's just, this is all basically tutorialization for the actual dungeon coming up. But it's really smart tutorialization. It's good stuff. And there's the razor wire, which is now gone. And of course, the sand goes into being actual arable terrain, but brings with it enemies, right? So you can do stuff like this. Like, oh shoot, I really want to get that chest. I actually screwed up a little bit there. There we go. So we do this. This is cool. Actually, if there's one... God, I don't know. Because there's several times, historically, where a developer or a writer has done something, and I've just been like, why? That's the most like, I don't even understand your reasoning. Usually I can deduce some level of reasoning behind why someone would do something, but every now and again I get nothing. You know what else we can do? Just toss the damn thing. By the way, I meant to mention something, Lord Harriman. I don't want to imply passively, deliberately, or otherwise that you're an idiot, because obviously you're not. But yesterday, I think it was yesterday, you mentioned the idea of, you know, why would you have a gameplay access at all for reviewing a movie? Because everything that I mentioned that would be an aspect of gameplay for a movie or a show would also be an aspect of story. Like, for example, to use a direct example, something like camera usage is something that we usually put under story when it comes to a game. And you're absolutely right. That's because when it comes to non-interactive medium, there are still two axes. It's just one of them is narrative and the other is execution, right? I just don't want to give execution points. That's all. But it's true. That's what it is. How well you execute the ideas, the technical side of things, the presentation side of things. You know, that's that side of thing. And then there's the core nugget of it. I'm sure right off the top of your head, you could think of episodes or movies that have really, really good story and really bad execution, and vice versa, right? Like, I'm sure you could think of a particular thing which has a really, really, really high gameplay score, an episode or a movie that has a really, really high gameplay score, but the core story idea is really, really dumb. A lot of late TNG would qualify as that for a good example. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Moving on. Yet Rise of Skywalker, perfect example. Rise of Skywalker's gameplay score will be quite high. Its story score will be massively negative. Like, guaranteed. Wow, that went, like, absolutely nowhere. That's a down. That's a side. Okay, we're good. Yeah, another good example, Enemy Show. Star Trek 2009 and Into Darkness, while we're on the subject, will have an absolutely abysmal story score. Aw. But a pretty solid gameplay score. Alright, let's see if we can just rush by this guy before he kills us. Oh god, oh god, oh god. It was all a mistake. I regret everything. Remind me to refill my fairies sometime soon, by the way. Just take a moment here. Recoup. Let's see. So Vendali asked a question. What do you think about civilizations like this in the game where technology is advanced in the past? The further you go, they seem to be less modern and more medieval. Tolkien. I mean, it didn't come from Tolkien, but Tolkien popularized this to the point where pretty much everyone has been repeating this story beat for the last gabrillion years. Oh, yeah, okay, I am down to just one thing. Yeah, this kind of stagnation is pretty common, and again, you can kind of see why. I'll admit, I'm not a fan of it, personally. So, shrug. Oh my god. Yeah, a lot of writers just like to write stories where there's there was a golden age. Like, we were just talking about that the other day. I'm sorry, I'm sick of the beeping. We were talking about the other day when it comes to the Zelda series itself. How many of the Zelda games happen, and there's this great golden age in the past, and now we're trying to bring it back? Some of them happened in the middle of the Golden Age, and some of them happened after the apocalypse already happened. But you get the point, right? Like, several Zelda games are, once upon a time, there was this great and bountiful civilization. And in fact, Skyward and Breath both pull that exact same trick. I mean, you know me, Lord Aramon, or I guess maybe you don't. And yeah, that's another thing. A lot of writers especially when it comes to gameplay, that is to say games, a lot of writers don't want to write a new Golden Age. They want that to happen after the credits, right? So the next Golden Age is the one you're earning throughout the course of the game. Happily ever after, right? Acting's weird, because acting, just like voice acting, is kind of a combination of acting and directing. Directing is very solidly on the presentation execution side of things. I would probably put acting under both, for pretty much the same reason music is under both. Because there is a degree of acting presentation, but there's also acting that actively helps add to the story, right? It would be very case by case, in other words. You know. Give me a second to think about that. So I had an example of that. In TNG, I know, Star Trek. In TNG, there's an episode, which I can never think of the name of. It's about a time traveler that's come back to the Enterprise D to watch them during their current mission. Right? And I'm going to have to look up the name of that episode, because I can't remember the name of the damn episode. Matter of Time. Here it is. Season 5, Episode 9. Good episode. But here's the weird thing about this episode, and this is the distinction between the two. They brought in Matthew Frewer. God, I always screw up that pronunciation. Matt Frewer, as the time traveler, Rasmussen, right? And he's a good actor. He is a solid actor. And honestly, I think half the reason that episode is as good as it is because of him individually, right? Thing is, he was acting the role that he wasn't really supposed to. And I pointed this out before. He was written to be a used car salesman. Slimy, oily, sneaky, villainous, right? But Rasmussen plays him very charismatically, affably, friendly. And so the character is kind of in contrast with the portrayal. This is something that actually happened several times in Trek. Ducat comes to mind as well with Mark Alamo. And Tucker over in Enterprise with the guy who plays Tucker. I can't think of his name right now, forgive me. But the point is, when you have this kind of disconnect between what the show wants the character to be and the action being portrayed, the acting's still good presentation, but the acting no longer helps inform the story, and thus it's actually a negative to story or not a positive to story. Does that make sense? That's hilarious, Lord Harriman. And kind of terrifying. Alright, so, let's figure this out. Okay, so obviously I need this over here. Let's try to kill something really quick. You, come here. I need to kill you. Die, 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 die. Okay, he's dead. Let's kill you. Die. Let's kill you. Everything must die. I wish I had, like, I don't know, a flamethrower. Is that a thing I could get? So this obviously gets rid of this. Then the gate. So I need to... Okay, I think I got it. This is actually pretty easy. All I have to do is this. Yeah, by the way, Master, did you know you're low on health? Did you know you're low on health, Master? Ah, okay. That makes more sense. Okay, so I need a path. So I need to make a path. Okay. Master, do not take a break, but also you're low on health, just so you know. Okay, I'd really rather not die right now, game. If that's okay. No. Why does it keep not equipping my freaking bombs? Die. Jesus. Thankfully, hearts are eternal, regardless of the timeline. Okay, so. Honestly, I just realized I think I'm actually overcomplicating this a lot. Let's just do this. Yeah, I'm overcomplicating this. Hearts. 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 Tell you one thing I'm feeling is no itemization positive for this game. Good God. I do want to grab that. There we go. Yeah, I know I could have taken that right then and there, but honestly... might have been more worthwhile to hope for other hearts and keep the fairy in my back pocket. There is a medal that increases the rate of heart drops. I haven't been able to afford it yet. I have mostly been poor this playthrough. I can actually start buying stuff, you know, now. It's one of the first times I've had money to spare in the bank for a while. Yeah, there's one that increases your max health. A fun fact, you actually cannot max out the hearts on the upper left unless you have that medal. Or rather, those two medals. I've been sort of saving them until we can get a bunch of them in one go, Frieza. Although we're pretty close to doing a side quest round, since a lot of stuff's going to be unlocked by finishing the second imprisoned fight. Okay. That's dealt with. Anything else new in here? Nope. Okay, cool. Also, more of those lovely Yoshi drums. Not that I'm a huge fan of this song, but it is still cool to hear the Yoshi drumming. I mean, the fairies are here to help. I don't know, Chill Pangolin. Like, narratively, it makes sense, right? The fairies are actually agreeing to help us out, because of course they are. But yeah, the fact that they have to include the bottle part of that equation is kind of eyebrow-raising. Turn around, Link. Thank you. Let's find out, Vandalia. Looks like no. Good idea, though. God, all we're missing right now is the bow. We have most of the kit now. I mean, from a gameplay perspective, it makes perfect sense to keep the bottle thing connected to the fairies. It makes bottles part of the progression, part of the power progression curve. But yeah, like, I know this sounds silly, but maybe instead of bottles, why don't we do something, like, really fantastical? Like, literally, like, I think it was Pokemon Sun and Moon had, like, the little resort Pokeballs. And like, you could zoom in, and there's all these resorts. Like, there's like a beach, and there's a massage table, right? And you have these resort cubes. Just lean into it, right? It's a resort cube, and it's a place for a fairy to hang out and be comfortable and rest and be awesome. And thus, you hold on to those, and the fairies go, woo! And they just hang out in there, and they're like, ah. And then when you need them, they pop out, and they heal you, and they leave. Hell, that would even involve, arguably, a trade at that point. You give them the resort, they give you the health when you need it. I hate this game, Fuzzy Duck! It's the worst game ever! 0 out of 10. Alright, now, speaking of which, 2 positives for the dungeon we just did. Maybe 1. I don't know, hang on. Let me think about that for a second. But either way, good stuff. Master, the power of the time short has caused change in the structure. I recommend going outside. Fie, shut up. God damn it. Listen, the last thing we want is accurate Fae in our Zelda games. The lowest score of a game I enjoyed? Give me a minute and I'll answer you. Man, Torchinator. I'm winning so hard. You know, that could be Rex, because I've noticed her annoying dialogue has gotten a lot worse since we've been doing the second round of each of the areas. Like, right? Like, it started pretty much the moment we went back to the woods for the second time. Hang on, so let me pull up my own reviews. Let me go to lorerunner.com. So, the last game I enjoyed all of, so that disqualifies something like, say, Inquisition. Or, sorry, the lowest, not last, the lowest game I enjoyed all of. So let's scroll up here a little bit. That would almost be funny if Fi just gets more annoying each time she gets upgraded. If she gets snooty, you know? I think I would probably put that at Surviving Mars, even though that did have a really bad late game. But that's still, that's officially into I'm actually officially enjoying myself territory. And that was a 53.94. So, that kind of tracks. Low health. Low health. Hi, Yura. I have information to report, Master. No! There's a 60% probability that these masts and sails are from the ship that protect Neria's flame. You can now use your dowsing ability to search for the ship. Okay. Cool. Well, let's get out of here then. It's okay, there's some healing. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I do not, Dark Day. This is actually something I've only come to realize about myself this year, though. I don't enjoy games that don't score well, for lack of a better way to put that. Not really. Or at least not anymore. Is that it? Oh my god. Come on. Whatever, got the save in. Let's go. I mean, yeah, logically speaking, Lord Heremon, that makes sense. You found a clue. You know this. Some kind of dowsing. That's amazing! This time we'll definitely find my ship. Okay, so yes, double positive confirmed. I am enjoying Skyward Sword for what it's worth. I know I'm ranting a lot, but it's just because the game keeps, like, spitting on me when I'm enjoying it. It's like, hey, Damn it, game! Pick a lane! Alright. You probably weren't here earlier, but I legitimately theorized that this game did not have the quality assurance side, right? Like, it didn't have the QA testing and polishing pass that it needed. Because of the dev cycle, because of all that problem. The Cistern didn't do as well as I was hoping, but it did do well narratively, Rex. So make of that what you will. Listen, it's not my fault they put spiders in the game, Lord Heremon. Bionic Puck, what do you... Ah! Yeah, no, like, the theme of the place, narrative, is fantastic. Like, that place is a treat. Gameplay-wise, it's a little too dragged. It has the same general problem several good dungeons have had. Like, the example I gave was early on in that dungeon. There's a part where you have to see the order of the switch to hit, right? So you have to get under the water and look behind, and then the rear, and then you have to like, get the right hand, and then you have to get the left hand. And then once you do, you see the order in which to hit the switch. Then you go and you hit the switch the right order. Cool, right? That's the kind of thing that should ideally take maybe 20 seconds. Maybe 30 if you're going slow and you're taking your time. But it takes closer to 5 minutes because of how long it takes to get on the water and then swim, and then swim, and then swim, and then look, and then swim, and swim, and swim, and then swim, and swim, and swim, and do the thing, and then the other swim, and then swim, and swim, and do the thing, and then do the other then swim out, then walk all the way over, then go 2 rooms away, then hit the switch. That's the kind of thing I've been banging on about pretty much this whole time. There's some really solid puzzle and dungeon design and encounter design, and great bosses. And then there's that. So, this is kind of cool. No, not the low health thing. So, hang on, let me center this. I don't know, I kind of like this, personally. Very little of it, Rex. The areas are just too big, and interactions just take too long. Okay, so let's pop out of Dow's mode for a second. There's just too much water. Native to gameplay. I'm aware, Kitten Fan. But it's out in the northeast quadrant, so I wanted to get out of Dow's mode for a moment. So this is cool, right? Yeah, why does this ship have stamina, by the way? Okay, so it's moved over here a little bit now. We're like, oh, it's drifting this way now. Why do we have stamina? Whoop, whoop, whoop. We gotta be like right on it. Oh god. Oh god. Get out of Dow! Get out of Dow's! God damn it. See, now I've lost it, because I couldn't get out of Dow's mode. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Game. Game. Okay, it's over here now. It's like right there. Oh, I think I saw it for a sec. There you are. Yeah, I'll keep pursuing it with the cannon if you'd let me, instead of letting it get away from me, you asshole. Little jackass. I was right on. He's like, you should pursue it. I was pursuing it. You're the one who prevented that pursuit from happening. God damn. Anyways, that's cool. So this is the sand ship. Yes, blue fusion bolt. And then you would die. Like instantly. Thanos. Nice place. So we've already got... So, based on the dungeon we just did, which did a great job of tutorializing a lot of these concepts, we can look around and already tell, okay, we're going to need a time thing to get rid of that to get up there. We're going to need a time thing to go over there to get up there. And yeah, can we have a chair so I can heal? Time thing up there, too. Game, at some point, you're going to have to give me some ability to heal. Oh, thank God there's a goddamned chair. Jesus. That's just... I was really worried we'd have to do a huge portion of this dungeon at 3 health. I could probably do that. But that sound... Okay, let's grab a hard save. Okay. Yes, the voices have stopped. Okay, so key, time. Oh man, Wilbo Baggins. As I mentioned earlier, maybe I just had a really bad control because I had to reset. It was an average of like once every 5 minutes I had to reset. Just lay the damn thing on the floor and, you know, do it. So, no, I don't know about drawing the Triforce, but we'll do it. Sure, why not? Why not? With our extremely capable ability to draw. Okay, that was nothing, so we failed at whatever we were trying to do. We got some hearts, though. That's cool. It's useless. I don't remember how I did in Phantom Hourglass. It was like... that, okay. Yeah, hey, Fi, any advice? Let's actually find out. Hey, Fi. Advice. A hint, please. This is the sand ship. Long ago it was seized by monsters. I recommend exploring the interior to find the sacred flame. Hey, Hazardous. If you're having monetary issues, I recommend getting more money. Exactly, Yura. It's just economics 101. By the way, hi, Hazardous. You have joined for an interesting dungeon. So, that's a great... That's a time. But this is fair enough. We can make this. Barely, but we can make this. More greats. That's true. Losing health will cause you to die. Ostensibly. Come back to that. That's right. That's why they call me the Money Runner. That was a real thing, wasn't it? Master, please look. This large door here is sealed shut. This door must lead to an important room in the ship. I can't even make fun of this anymore. It's gotten to the point where Fi is parodying herself. Master, there's a door here. Thanks, Fi. Like this is drifting past funny, because she just keeps doing. And what's really funny is she didn't do this for the first 3 dungeons, or rather for the first 6 dungeons. A little rainbow. The more you know. Wait, I can go through doors? What? Well, I gave them 1 negative, Kitten Fan, which I stand behind. Like, all of them. All of them get 1 negative. But so far, I gave the first one 1 positive, because it was pretty solid. But it was mostly a tutorial for the concept. The second one, though, much better layout. Much more involved. Puzzles. Routing was more of a thing. 2 positives for the second one. You mean like this, Yura? Whoa, whoa. Oh god, hazardous. Master, there's a marking on the floor. You may not have noticed that. Oh hey, it's a scam caller. Oh, I don't actually get those very often. I feel honored. Almost nervous. I do periodically wish I could just reach out to the people who do scam text and just punch them. Just once, right? Just one solid, right across the jaw. Like, teleport there, and then teleport back. And that's it, right? Just a quickie. Okay, so... So it looks like down, up, let's do it, Ross. Also, I feel like I've already tried those. Yeah, I've heard that too, Lord Harrimont. But let me be clear. What I mean by that is not the person sending the text. It's the asshole behind the operation. It's the same thing with cold calling, right? You don't want to get the person on the phone. You want to get the person who is responsible for that operation existing. I'm not even talking about the people who are literal slavers, although those people need to die. No, I mean just the people who, you know, rake in money very legally by trying to scam people out of their money. Okay, so hang on. So it's down, up, down, right? It looks like down, up, down, right. We'll try that. Down, up, down, right. You get. You know one that I wasn't sure about, Ross? They have this Baja flavored, it's habanero and mango flavored Doritos. And I was like, wow, that, you know, sucks. But then I tried it and no, it sucked. Yeah, no, exactly, Rex. Sorry, thank you. Game design. This is exactly what the cistern should have done. Okay, there's a door. We have to hit the pieces of the door in a specific order. Okay, cool. We use a little bit of this thing. Okay, and thanks to the context clues, we can tell, and we're done. Boom. That's much better than the cistern. And another plus, if I screw up... In fact, hang on, let me continue to make this point very quickly. If I screw up, rechecking to see what the thing is a non-issue. Like, let's say I'm up here and I'm like, oh, man. Oh, that wasn't it. Shoot, I messed it up. No problem. Let me just go and double check. Let's see, there's that one. And then there's these two. Hell, I can just see these through the frickin' window. Boom. Done. If I screwed up on the other one... Oh, hang on. Let me go 2 floors back, or 2 rooms, excuse me, back that way. Go swimming. You get my point. I'm not trying to bang on this point too hard. I'm just saying the whole game has that. Those moments where, you know, certain sections or puzzles or whatever just take entirely too long. I got another one for you. The first time dungeon, when you had to go across the warehouse, and going across that warehouse meant going back and forth against fairly lengthy sections of the warehouse over and over and over. Not doing anything. Just, there were fairly lengthy sections of just space. And this led to the theory we had earlier today that maybe that was a mandate, that maybe they wanted to push the limits of the hardware on the Wii, and so they kept trying to have bigger and bigger and bigger zones without really thinking about what to do with them. That's a conjecture, I don't know, but something to think about. Okay, so back up to the key door. Well, I'm dead. I accept my death. Ah, I'm dead. Thank God. What? Huh? I'm awake. I actually think I went too far. Maybe? Hang on, where am I? I don't have the map yet, so whatever. Maybe I didn't go far enough. Find it in a minute. Okay, it's just a dead end. Yeah, this is not Zelda 2. Okay, I'm almost positive I've gone too far back now. And I'm wrong! I remember hating this fight. We'll see how we do. Yeah, I'm not a fan of L3, Kitten Fan, in general. Well, my shield broke. And I'm definitely not shield bashing. I remember hating that fight on the Wii controls. Yeah, that's 500 rupees we just lost. I'm not super happy about that. But whatever. Master, that synthetic life form. There's a 99% chance it was the pirate captain. I can't help but admire the tenacity that's displayed in staying alive and functional all these years. Finally have our first long-range weapon. It's our last item we get. A report on the bow. It can propel arrows through the air with great force. Thanks, Fi. So, speaking of well-positioned seats, I don't remember if we fought him more than once, Yura. I really don't. It's been a hot minute. Let's see, what are we missing right now? We still need to get this flame, which we're pretty close to. I don't remember what that item is. And we're still missing 2 songs. Get up! Naps are for closers. What's that? You thought we were done with the dungeon? Oh, no, no. Master, I have important information for you. There's a 90% chance that's a time shift stone. Oh my god! If you could deliver an impact to it, it would have significant effect on the ship. Really? Time shift stones can shift time around them? What? As in, like, I expect it to be the best von Falkenstein? I mean, I'm pretty sure Majora and Twilight are going to knock it out of the park. Those are the two I am most thinking have a chance at beating Link Between Worlds right now. Yep, the first time we've ever interacted with a time stone in the entire game. Asshole. First thing he does, wait, make sure to lock down the thing for no good reason. Well, by memory, Twilight is my favorite. I have played it many a time, and I am very curious how it will review. Did you actually get Darkseid, or is it just a random chance? In which case, good luck. Listen, all I'm saying is Midna's hips do not lie. But for real, she's probably my favorite Zelda character. Ever. I mean, if we're talking about physical attractiveness, there's only one form to speak of, her actual form. The second one. If I have to clarify that for some reason. But no. Real talk, she is one of my favorite characters in the Zelda franchise, if not the favorite. I stand by that. Yeah, admittedly, Twilight does definitely have a visuals problem. It will not score as well as some Zeldas we've already covered on the visual storytelling element, or on just general visuals. The good news is we're playing the Wii U version, which is a little bit better than the blurfest and slogfest that is the original GameCube. No, we've had a few, Spartan. Yeah, Wind Waker has several characters. Honestly, Spirit Tracks had several characters. Minish Cap had a few characters. Like, we've had characters. I just think Midna crushes them all. Hell, this game has a few characters. Like Groose and Girahim, just to name two. Yeah, Link Between Worlds had characters. Hilda was awesome. Now the ship looks like it used to. That makes me so happy. I just need to go rescue my crew. Bravio. The Link of Wisdom. Also, can I just say one other thing I like about this dungeon, amongst the many things I like about this dungeon, is that they actually bothered to do something I think Zelda series does very, very well. Alright, you've just got a new toy. Here's an entire section of the game designed around playing around with it. And that's what we're doing right here. Knocking all these guys off the platforms, hitting those things, and hitting this switch. That's all, you know, have fun with it, right? For lack of a better way to call it. These kind of playground segments are important, in my opinion. Nobody cares about heart pieces. Don't be silly. Zant. Oh, Zant's awesome. Girahim has more presence than Zant, but Zant is still good. Which Zelda do I think had the most personality? Breath, Skyward, or Tetra? Probably Tetra of that bundle. Breath's characterization is almost entirely implied. It's there, it's cool, I like it, but... And Skyward's is almost entirely off camera. Like, she's going through her own story arc right now. Most of which we will not see until the ending credits, by the way. It's still just a dead end. Okay, whatever. But yeah, honestly, the answer there is neither Tetra, Breath, or Skyward. It's Spirit Tracks. That Zelda's awesome. And funny, in addition to just being kind of a cool character. Wait, which one, Best in Slot Mark? For there are, in fact, two, technically. No, Von Falkenstein. Sorry. Tetra, comma. Breath, comma. I mean, it says something that my biggest complaint about Ocarina Zelda is we don't get enough of her. So, to continue the trend of how awesome this dungeon is. Look at that switch we unlocked up there. Oh, where is it? Where is it? There it is. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and admit, I figured this one out almost immediately. But that's because they do so much right here to indicate, hey, light shining down, obvious way I can't progress, barrel full of arrows. And Phi also tells you, I'm pretty sure. But, like, still, good dungeon design. Boom. We got the map. Frickin' Phi. Phi, shut up! It's just shut your trap. You don't technically even have a mouth. How can you talk so much when you don't even have a mouth? But it is. No, it's such a great idea. This is probably going to be our best rated dungeon so far. It probably says... I don't want to overstate this because we're not done with the dungeon yet, but it probably says something that everybody I know who has played this game remembers one dungeon above all others as a positive thing, and it's this one. The Sand Ship is usually the dungeon people point to why this game has good dungeon design. In the original version, yes, Ross. In this version, no. That. There we go. Yeah, for once, we actually like sand. Hey, look. There's stuff we can see through. What's that? You should go to bed. Have you seen the Pro ZD about that, Ross? Oh, that sucks, Pillars. I mean, I don't blame you. It's a good dungeon. Keys! 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 I mean, hi. Persona 5 character. Fusion Catalyst. Like, look at this. This is just... You know, I hate to say this way, but you know what I think really makes this dungeon shine so much? It's a Zelda dungeon. Not every dungeon in this game has been a Zelda dungeon. Not really. There's been a bit of experimenting. There's been a bit of trying stuff out. This is just Zelda dungeon design at its core, right? Down to its bones. Like, the little puzzle we just did. That's solid. That's solid Zelda dungeon design right there. Like, even the tight-knit looping of what's happening here. Like, look at this for a second. So we enter this area, right? We enter this area from here. So we go in here, and use the switch to open the way there to shoot through to unlock the way into here. Once we go through here, we're going to open the thing to go in here, and then it's going to go here. You see it? Like, whoosh, 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 foosh. And it just kind of loops in. That's that looping design thing I talk about constantly. I love it. My shield is broken, Czar. Because I used it. I'm pretty sure it needs to be the present for this to work, but that's okay. Because now that we've unlocked this door, we can go back out and make it the present. Or I guess the past, excuse me. I always screw that up, because the past is the one that's all nice and shiny. The present is the desiccating ruins of a husk of yada yada yada. That's okay, because we can do this. Boop. Up we go. Over here is apparently where up is. Jesus. Okay, hang on. Let's recalibrate a little bit here. And yeah, the whole dungeon. Like I said, this is a nice development of the Switch concept from LTTP. Except rather than just making the red things and the blue things change, it changes the dynamic of the entire dungeon. Complete with some Yoshi drums and different visuals. Like, just, oh, love this place. Gush, 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 gush. There we go. There's layers. Ogres have layers. Dungeons have layers. Fine, don't you do it. Don't you do it. I'm not even dignifying reading that out loud. Not even. Stupid twat. You know, in gameplay concept, you know what dungeon this actually reminds me most of? Forest Temple. Back in Ocarina. What am I doing? Nice panning shot of the starboard side there. You know what? The more I think about this dungeon, the more I stand by it. This really reminds me of the Forest Temple. In a good way. It's even clever. Not, I mean, it's more clever, but still. I deserve this. I accept my death. At least, that's what could have happened. Oh, excuse me. How do you stab a sword exactly? Like, that feels like the kind of thing that would be difficult to accomplish. There's no way. It's way too far out. obvious there. I try not to, Kitten Fan, because that's a very slippery slope when it comes to reviewing. There are a couple of individual times, like case by case, where I'll be like, you know... But generally, like I said, I try not to. Alright, as usual, I've got to be missing something really, really obvious. So let's see. Yeah, that's true, Lord Herma. Alright, what extremely obvious thing am I missing? The other thing. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I think I see what you mean. I did try that one thing that does the other thing with the other stuff, but I didn't really get very far. Oh, Ross, that's kind of awesome. Now that you're at the end of the series, like, any additional thoughts from you and or him? Yeah, I would agree with that, Ross. It's part of why I don't think DS9 rates quite as highly as some other people might mention it as being. Okay. No, that doesn't make sense, though. I mean, legally speaking, I am a millennial. But the answer to your question is neither. Yeah, see, I wouldn't have assumed the rowboat would have worked in the present. Just dilapidated and all that. That's what was throwing me. I was like, well, what's the point of the rowboat? Pretty much, Spartan. A lot of my generation, or rather one up from my generation, actually do have things like, say, houses. I would have been one of those people if not for, you know, losing 10 years of my life to nonsense. Like, I was well on the path to being pretty much where a lot of other people are. Instead, I am here. Hi, Sean. I mean, look, when I showed up on your planet, Bionic Punk, I was like, you know what? Don't do it, Fi. Don't do it, Fi. I'm not actually joking when I say I think that when they removed a lot of her dialogue, it was for the earlier parts, because she demonstrably has been quiet and not saying literal nonsense to us the entire game up until we went and did the cistern. And she's just been bad ever since. It's weird. Yeah, no, I think that this was one of those, yeah, no, we're going to cut down on it. And people, especially professional game reviewers, will only play like the first couple of hours of a game and not play the whole game. So you change the stuff at the beginning and hey. Well, that makes sense, Von Falkenstein. That's why this game is rated M, after all. And they specifically changed the art style because they didn't want people to think this was a cartoonish game for kids. Neither of those two statements are untrue, by the way. If I hadn't been stupidly unlucky and lost so much of my life, I think I would end up streaming as my job. Being completely honest, probably not. I was pretty much dead on for exactly the same career path that everybody else of my era was dead on for. Which is getting into you know, IT in a more professional manner. And just, you know, slotting in where most of my friends and comrades ended up. Okay. So, 5 chests. Any thoughts? Lord Harriman says the middle one. Oh, okay, we'll try the middle one. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, it's just junk. Oh god, we're gonna max out our wallet soon. Again. It's okay, we need to buy a new shield. I'll take it. 200 rupees and some trash. I mean treasure. Treasure. Yep, that was whelming. I'll take it. No complaints. No, it makes sense, right? Like it makes sense that a treasure ship, that a pirate ship would have a treasure room. Like that's perfectly logical. I approve of that. Hey, deja vu. Can't go forward. Go forward. Yeah, it's actually funny. A lot of us have this sort of vague impression that game publishers, and it's always the publishers, pay off reviewers, but actually, no, it's worse than that. It's more like they hold them hostage. Think about it from this perspective for just a second, okay? You are Made Up Co., and your job is to review games. That's kind of your big shtick. That's your big draw on your site or your magazine or whatever. So you kind of depend on getting those early access of copies so you can have a review there ready to go when the game goes live. The only way you get those early access copies is if you're in good standing with the company. You start giving bad reviews to that company, they stop giving you early access copies, and you stop having the ability to have your review out right there day one when people are actually wanting it. And that, arguably, in my opinion, is actually worse than the companies just straight up bribing the reviewers and saying, hey, here's $500, give us a good review. You're human, right? How did you get in here? So you came with Skipper to rescue us? Oh, you've just made us so happy. Really? You came on board to find Neryu's flame? If you want to reveal it, you're going to have to regain control of the ship. Control room's next to the brig, but it's a huge door sealed shut, and you'll need a key to open it. You should get to the captain's cabin. Please take this key as thanks for rescuing us. It'll open the door to the captain's cabin. You got the key. Yep, they can also blacklist individual reviewers, which can cost that reviewer their job at Made Up Co. Sorry to leave you on your own, but looks like you can handle it. We're counting on you, Veep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Total Biscuit got on quite a few blacklists back in the day. And yeah, Sterling is definitely on quite a few blacklists. If anybody actually acknowledged that I existed, I would assuredly be on several blacklists. Like, 100%. Which is okay, because, you know, I buy the copies of my games. Listen, Yara, I'm afraid that latest painting you just did, it's not really up to my expectations. I'm gonna have to blacklist you from being able to buy paint. I can't even. I can't even. When do I think journalistic integrity went down the drain? So journalistic integrity came about, I don't remember the exact year, it was like the 60s or 70s. There was actually an individual who really pushed that concept. And then that concept took off and was actually pretty prevalent for several years. But by about the time of the late 80s, early 90s, that concept was back to being dead and gone. I mean, I would too, Ross. It's raining. It's like 90 degrees out. It's raining. Whatever. I don't want to get into another, you know, games journalist, capitalism sucks kind of an argument. But the long and the short of this is actually really, really simple. The moment it became more about actually making money via stupid means than actually providing information, which is what journalism is supposed to do, there's the death of your journalistic integrity right there. Like, and I'm going to toot my own horn here slightly, but I'm not going to go ahead and sacrifice, my own journalistic integrity just to make you guys a little bit happier or to make a few more bucks, because I'm not an idiot. And I actually understand what my point and purpose is. I think you're right, Noctis. I don't remember when that was. Okay, so... this way, I think? Yeah, this looks right. Yeah, sports journalism has had that pretty bad for a while. Like, I can actually, it did Hourglass on the Wii. Does this look like a Wii Hourglass? Actually, I did, Baron. Actually, I do, Von Falkenstein, yeah. I have demonstrable proof that I don't try to sacrifice journalistic integrity in order to make more money, and I can prove that. First of all, by pointing to the review scores I've given several games, but also the fact that I was willing to axe the ruminations, which was a financial hit. But I was not willing to just keep kowtowing to that particular demographic just for the sake of making a few extra bucks. I am self-employed, and all of the detriments and positives that comes with. I am in a constant state of having to scrape and scrimp in order to make sure that my bills are paid. But, by the same token, I don't have some asshole in a suit and a cigar telling me what I have to do and how I have to do it. Oh, that's why. Okay, I'm in completely the wrong floor. Where the hell am I? It's actually not where I expected I was, so let's track up a little bit. What's with the paint job on this place? Is that just me? Like, whoever painted this place had a really fanciful idea of how to paint it. I don't think I've heard of it yet, no. Am I on the first floor? Oop. That's true, Hourglass. To my own detriment, I do tend to be extraordinarily honest. Key. There's only 2 keys in this whole dungeon. Okay. Zoop. I think that several people, HF included, are absolutely responsible for that becoming popularized, yeah. There's a horrible thing when it comes to finances and culture in general. All it takes is one asshole to ruin everything. And I'm not actually being facetious about that. Because, let me use a specific example. Tax evasion, okay? Yeah, Henry Ford, a horrible, horrible human being. Tax evasion is the kind of thing where if you don't do it as a corporation, I mean, as a company, then you will start to fall behind the other corporations that are doing it. They will just be doing better than you because they are making more money than you because they're paying less taxes than you. And they can afford to sell for cheaper. They can afford to spend more money on customer service and so forth and so on. One asshole and a whole group of competitors decides to go ahead and evade taxes. Everyone else kind of has to start keeping up, right? Otherwise, the one who's doing it starts to get further and further ahead and starts to actually buy up and eat up all the other ones. And you get it, right? Now, this isn't a universal thing, but this is what I mean when I say all it takes is one asshole to ruin everything. And Henry Ford absolutely was one asshole. Where's my angle? Where's my... There it is. I don't know if I'd use the word popular Bionic Bug. The Ford name has been not great, especially amongst actual car enthusiasts, for a really long time. Fords are what you get when you want something cheap and unreliable. There's a couple of exceptions to that, but in general, Fords suck. Found on roadside dead. Yep. I don't know. What's an American brand of car? Help me out here. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Holy moly. Lasered to death here. Chevrolet is American? I didn't know that. Well, Chevys are alright. Dodges have varied in quality over the years. General Motors is crap. Ford is crap. Yeah, Dodge is... It varies. Chevy's pretty reliable, I would say. Chevy's probably at the reliable level of, say, the Hondas. It's a squid! It's a kid! It's a squid! It's a kid! Sorry. I don't know what came over me there. You know, I don't actually know if Shelby's still around. Jeeps. Hang on, let me sit down. Let me start getting some health back here. There we go. Just that chunk. So Jeep is the brand. Those just know. They're actually owned by Stellantis, which nobody here has ever heard of. But Jeep is actually the brand, just like Dodge or whatever. So Jeeps are from Jeep. Oh, you're asking like where it is geographically. Oh god, I don't know. Where are they based? They're apparently based in the States. I mean, the funny thing is, there are several examples of old cars being demonstrably better than new cars. But also vice versa. Like, there was a Tesla. Tesla's trash. There was a... God, who was it? It was like an insurance claims salesman, something like that, who was looking at a car, and it was an old... It was an old, like, 60s Roadster. And the car barely looked like it had any damage. And it had just been in a fairly severe fender bender. And someone was like, man, that thing is amazing. That's how great old cars were. But the problem is, no, actually. That old car was trash. It was actually destined for the heap. Because the way old cars were designed was a lot less reliable to be able to deal with things like wrecks. So that wreck, which barely dented the outside, absolutely destroyed the inside and also caused damage to the driver. Nowadays, cars tend to be designed around the idea of the opposite. Crumple zones aren't just some kind of a meme or a slogan that you put in a marketing campaign. That's there to keep you alive. And there's other things like that too, but that's kind of a more of a modern thing. That being said, some car companies just kind of dip up and down in quality over the years. I just mentioned Honda. Honda used to be like the pinnacle of reliability back in the 90s. You get a Honda, that thing will last you forever. Nowadays, it's switched over to Subaru. Get up. No brakes. I did not know that last bit, Valerian. No. Jeez. Yeah, Boeing is mud right now, and for a very, very, very good reason. Congrats, Mr. Ed. The loop has begun. You know, that's a good point, Lord Harriman. If there's an old car that's still running, that means someone somewhere has put a lot of work and effort into it. And it's probably the kind of car that's going to keep running. Like, jeez, I don't know, Baron. Neither? Can I go with neither? Can I just shoot myself and get it over with? I don't want to feel what it's like to be sucked out of a plane at 5,000 feet. Listen, my dick is huge, okay? That's why I have a Lamborghini. Shouldn't joke. Did I miss it? Oh god, I did miss it. I mean, it would be nice if we could actually have proper construction, but you know how it is, Inamisho. No one's actually trying to make good cars, they're trying to make money. It's something that's been on my mind a lot lately, and I don't really have a good reason why. Like, take cars. We'll use cars specifically. Alright, congratulations, Inamisho. You are now in charge of a car company. So, you, as in the single individual person playing, like, car manufacturer simulator, are trying to make the most reliable, you know, decent, good cars that just crush the competition, and everyone wants to buy your cars, and everyone's like, ah, yeah, great, right? Because you, the one individual person, is making that call. But that's not how reality works. In reality, there's a few thousand people who most of which just care about their paycheck. They might not even care about their paycheck past keeping them going. This might just be their day job. And all of those people decide how good those cars make. And that's where things like planned obsolescence comes from. One asshole manager somewhere was like, you know what we could do? Rather than making better cars, we could make worse cars. Huh? Yeah, just make them worse. Yeah, give that man a raise. Oh god, I do remember that episode, Ross. Wait, what? It came from the deep. It's okay. Everything's fine. 1 second, actually. Oh god, yeah, I have nothing but venom to spit at those judges, Inamisho, because they really are the ones who started that domino. And they're dead. They've been dead for decades. And I want them to come back from the dead so I can show them the nightmarescape they created with their terrible rulings. Excuse me. Enough negativity for 1 second. Let's talk about positivity. Um... So I'm thinking... No, I have not. Core Hourglass. It's sort of becoming a meme that I have not had time to watch it. It's not on purpose, I swear. I just haven't had time to. Oh, that's a good point, Von Falkenstein. Here, let's torture them! Sorry. I mean, we already brought them back from the dead, right? I think that's good. Alright. What am I doing? Oh my god. Oh my god, what's happening to the ship? What did you do? What did you maniacs do? A report, Master. Judging by the size, these tentacles belong to a monster of considerable size. Fine. The current situation is difficult to determine with complete accuracy, but signs indicate the ship is under attack. If we do nothing, there's an 80% chance the ship will capsize. I recommend forcing it back with sacred power. See, I think the big catch is something being older doesn't make it better. Something being better makes it better. But there's quite a few older things that were just better. Usually in things like furniture, or a lot of fields that people go out of the way to make worse nowadays, so they could sell you a second copy, right? Donkey Kong. Can I have my camera, please? Thank you. Like anything that you could think of. Anything you could think of, Jesus Christ, game, that is the kind of thing you should generally only buy one of. There's a non-zero chance that an older copy of that would be better, simply because of the fact that it was designed in an era where they were okay with only selling that once. And then people started saying, hang on a second, we're having trouble selling cabinets because people are only buying one of them. And yeah, now we have just the IKEA thing everywhere. You remember when IKEA was the only company that did that? Okay, this ship is sinking hard. Holy crap. Yeah, cookware, another good example. Warning, Master. I sense an evil presence on the other side of this door. There's a 90% chance it's the primary body mass of the creature whose tentacles are destroying the ship. I suggest making all necessary preparations before exiting. Dude! Or I guess do that in this case. All necessary preparations. Well, where's my seat? So I can heal. Oh yeah, fast fashion, that's another thing. Coats. You remember when you could buy a really solid coat that would last you for like a decade, or 2 or 3? And yeah, phones is another big one. So, what do you think this boss looks like? Right now. Picture in your head what the crack in here looks like. Because whatever it is you're picturing, you're extremely wrong. Tintalis. And of course she's got a giant eye. Of course she does. No. Still no. At the moment, our battle plan is to be a little bit manhandled. And then die. Very important. No, the attacks are bouncing right off of him, see? That does nothing, too. I feel like I'm playing whack-a-mole at the moment. Well, the way I cut them before was with a vertical slice. Which, as you can see, continues to do nothing. Like it's the same as any other attack. I didn't know you could do a horizontal Skyward slice. Huh. Yeah, once again, Phi continues to tell us the things we want to know, or we don't want to know, and not tell us the things we actually do want to know. I have no idea, Von Falkenstein. I probably got stuck here for a long time. Just like I just did. Or someone else told me how to do it like you just did. No touchy. No, you're quite correct, Von Falkenstein. Like, you assume I have perfect memory of a game that was causing me so much pain back in the day that I legitimately forgot entire swaths of it. In fact, you obviously haven't been watching this entire review, because something that keeps happening is I'll see something, and the moment I see it, I'll be like, oh yeah, that was that terrible thing. I'll have a bit of a PTSD moment for how awful that part of the game was. Yeah, freaking pumpkins. Yeah, exactly, Ross. See you around, Yada. What if you don't hear us? Then it sucks to be you. Ow. 2. Okay. And dead. Well, there's our arrows. Not bad. One little hiccup aside. Phase 1 was a little too long, regardless of the hiccup. Permeus, definitely too long. Thank you for the sub, Permeus, as always. You know the question. Up to 3 things. In hindsight, and I gotta be stressed, I really do not have a particularly large memory of this boss. But this boss would have pissed me off the last time, because remember, one of the most repeatedly difficult and painful things to do in this game for me on the Wii is the Skyward Strike. So imagine having to do that for every single tentacle. You got it, Permeus. I can do that. I hope you're doing as well as you can be, Permeus. I know that's a hard ask nowadays. I know you're pissed at me, but please stop trying to literally kill me, please. Sure. Sure. With your sword enhanced, we can learn a new melody. Let's go back to that place that's pure backtracking negatives. We've been too positive about this game. We need to give those negatives. Thank you for helping me get my ship back. It may have been half wrecked, but my crew and I got it shaped up almost in proper working order in no time. I wish you luck. Wait, so it's just fine now? We don't really, unless you're counting the imprisoned Ross, we don't see him until the end. Spoilers. Alright, one moment. Let me type up some thoughts. Really quick, please. Yeah, they rebuilt this place in a hurry. Oh my god. Uh, 13 years? No. Hang on. Is it 13 years? Never mind, yeah, it's been 13 years. This exact version of the game has been out for 3 years. We've been sitting on this run for a while. I'm sorry. I'm still not through the frickin' queue. We'll get there. I could just stop moving for 5 seconds. We'll get there. Pretty sure. Hang on, let me double check. I mean, yeah, Blue Fusion Bolt. Yep, 2021. It has 3 years ago. Yeah, do I have to give the speech about spoilers again, Blue Fusion Bolt? I'll do it. I'm crazy. There. Enjoy those positives. You earned them. So I was asked to come back here. I'm not sure why I was asked to come back here. And I think the person who asked me to come back here isn't here anymore. So, like, why am I here? As I say, now we get to go do a boring padding section of the game. Once we're all ready, our ship will set sail on the glorious sea once again. You've looked around lately, right? Thanks for getting my ship back. You're welcome? I do appreciate... I've got enough padding as it is. Thank you, Baron. Very, very much, as always. Now I'll jot that down for... There we go. Kirby block. Yakuza block 1. And buckshot roulette. Okay. Whoop. Yeah, I mean, they're really, really, really long games, so I imagine everyone's just trying to get block 1 funded and just kind of ignoring the other ones. You know? Yeah, I don't know why I'm coming back here. And so without any guidance on why I'm coming back here, I'm out. Peace! There's probably heart pieces and stuff like that. I mean, a lot of people have said I shouldn't play Like a Dragon until I've played all the way up through 6. But that's a long freaking run. That's not a small ask. The only thing I know about Like a Dragon, because I'm actually pretty blind walking into that, is that Sega has been trying to rebrand it from the Yakuza series to the Like a Dragon series. Possibly as a desire to get away from using the term Yakuza, which is problematic, especially for Sega. Alright, boring padding, let's do it. Well, that would explain things then, Rex. Alright, time to take a nap. Hey, check it out. I can totally play this game blindfolded. I'm so good at blindfold playing. Can't you tell that I'm blind? Oh, shoot. I actually didn't see that. Ha! That's funny. That's funny. Anyways, don't fake blindfolded runs. That's, like, awful. It literally makes everything worse for everybody. That's not even a joke. Like, real blindfolded runs exist. Like, we have lots and lots of proof that real blindfolded runs exist. Those are great. Those are entertaining. Those are engaging. Those are something worthy and deserving of being acknowledged. When you fake it, people get more and more disinclined to believe that what you are doing is a real run. Because you have saturated the cookie jar with fake plastic cookies. Jesus, Spartan. Yeah, no, it's scummy. It's completely scummy. It doesn't benefit anybody, and it's such a dumb thing. Especially since it takes so much effort to do even a moderately convincing fake-out of a blindfolded run, that you honestly are better off just doing it legit. God. And if you can't do it legit, then accept that. What's funny is it's extremely easy to tell when there's a fake blindfold run happening. But yeah, whatever. Rant off. I have important information. Roll to disbelieve. When you struck the crest, a message awakened in my memory. It said, go to the third of the 3 spots to go to, because of course we're going there. God damn it. Yeah, I'm not even reading this. I refuse. I refuse to read this out loud. Why do you have heels, Fi? I don't think I've ever noticed before. Why do you have heels? I don't... Okay, whatever. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I faded out there a little bit. What's going on? I'm awake, I'm awake. Was it Bayonetta that had guns in her heels? Because that was cool. Actually, that would be kind of cool if Fi could, like, fight with her heels. And just kind of dagger stab people. Or, like, grab people. Because she has no hands, right? So she just grabs someone with the heels and fling. Can she in Hyrule Warriors? Nice. I don't really remember playing as Fi all that much in Hyrule Warriors. I think I only played as her, like, for a couple of matches. It's true, we need to get that M rating. Which this game actually has, by the way. Well, you see, Enemy Shao. You asked too many questions. Sounds like Midna, but we'll just know. Alright. Let's do a couple of things while we're here, shall we? I did, Kitten Fan, and I found nothing! And you weren't here to tell me where to go or what to do, so I just left. Ugh, I should probably buy a shield. I'll do that in a minute. I'll do that in a minute. Okay. Yeah, give me this. There goes most of our money. Look, I don't know who took that treasure, but they just must feel terrible, Kitten Fan. They... I don't know, I like that terminology better, Pillars of Snow. What does she do? She beards them into her enemies. Now we're gonna hit Beetle up in a minute. We're gonna do some side quests first. I think I actually bought one too many. Yeah, I remember dowsing to get most of the overworld gratitude crystals. 3,985. 3,986. Yeah, I'm not going to believe that, Village. That was a nice warm-up. Hey, Laura, I was just hoping you'd come by. I wanted to ask you something. The other day I tried lifting some barrels, and I was able to do it with one arm. I think it means I've got enough muscle. You're too strong. Aw, you're just saying that, but it's nice to hear it. It's all thanks to you, Laura. I would have gotten discouraged if you hadn't come by and given me literal drugs. Thanks so much, Laura. You're welcome. Oh my god, you're right, Lord Harrimont. Oh my god, you're right. Dragon Age 4 might be the second best Dragon Age game. Okay, moving on. Yeah, we got him some motivation juice. Yes, do drugs so I can extract gratitude essence from you. In crystalline format. Also, lullaby on it. Poor Fledge. Ah! Go away. Go away, go away, go away, go away. Nobody cares about you. Go away. It's... Oh, I can't do it. I'm too dry. I'm too dry. Yes, essence. Oh my god. I mean, I like onions, Gum Gum, but not everybody does, so it depends on who's drinking it. Doesn't look like I'll get much sleep tonight, again. Why? Sorry to worry you. The baby just goes on and on like this all night. I haven't slept a wink in I don't even know how long. Yeah, I will not miss the 0 to 1 days. Baby usually sleeps like a sack of rocks, but that was before we lost the you-know-what. Oh, that? You know about it. Yeah, the baby's rattle. If we had you-know-what, the baby would settle down, but we lost it the other day. A bird picked it up in its beak and flew off with it. Maybe the bird thought it was food. I don't know. Of course, the bird wouldn't have eaten it, so I think it must be somewhere here in town. I just don't know where. If only someone could find it for me. Go away. Go away. Go away. God. I do not care about you. Yes, bats serve a very important function. They're cute. And they get rid of mosquitoes. Among other things. I don't know what else they do eat. I just know they eat mosquitoes. Go away. See, that's why I'm pro-bat, but anti-keys. Too far. Yeah, they even had a song about that in My Little Pony, Brayman. I'm not joking. Pretty catchy. Okay. I don't want to go through this stupid cave again. God damn it. Fine, fine, whatever. I don't know where else to go, Kitten Fan, so we're going through the cave. Again. Third time I've been through this cave. What was that one Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle character who was based on a bat? Wingnut, that was him. And I don't mean anything insulting by this, Ross, but it's probably the same reason why most people hold Ocarina up as the best of the series. In other words, it's the one they know. You know what I mean? When they think of annoying, they think of the one they've thought of because it's the one game they know really, really well, or they've played over and over and over again. Whereas they only played Skyward once, if at all. Aha! Hell, this is only my second time playing Skyward. To continue the parallel there. Well, we finally made it up here. We were talking about this in the very, very first stream. We have found the source of all the water in this entire city. This is it. You're a weird one climbing all the way up here. Boing. If you try to dive there, you can land on the nest on top of the tower down there. Well, what do I know? I'm stone. Yeah, so that's our goal right over there, that nest. Oh, that was actually a little close. Who knows, Enemy Show? We can't actually open it yet. There it is. Let's help the baby sleep and help the daddy sleep. An appropriate quest to do on Father's Day. That sounds so ominous. It's time to silence the baby. Oh, the baby's rattle. You found it. Who's a sleepy baby? It's time for beddy bye. Ah, the baby seems to have settled down nicely. I bet the baby will sleep well tonight. That means I can finally get some night's sleep too. Thank you so much. I won't forget what you did for me. You're welcome. Yeah, where's my gratitude crystals, baby? Come on. Quests ain't cheap. In this economy, you better be paying up. Okay, second. So we did that. We did that. So we can't do that until we beat him. We can't do that until we beat him. That one requires the second imprisoned fight. I think that's all of them? We did, okay, we did Unwanted Admirer, we did the Loftling, we did the Dusty House, we've boosted Fletcher's Consonants, we fixed the fun thing, we got the love letter. And that's the rattle we just did. Yeah, that's everything. That's everything. Okay, cool. So the only one we're missing, and I do believe it is literally one, is the one in Zelda's room. So let's go do that really quick. I just need a quick hit of gratitude so I can start my day. Listen, Hourglass, his haircut, you don't understand. He manages that coif every day. You're not gonna tell me you're gonna cuff his coif, right? Ho, ho, ho. Now to peer in on the women while they take a bath. Please tell me that's not actually what this is. Okay, no, it's okay. There's a guy in there. It's okay if we peer in on a guy while he's taking a bath. Nobody cares about that. And that should be the last out and about gratitude crystal. So here's Zelda's room. She's got a tingle toy. She's pure evil. She's pure evil. I never realized this before. Yeah, let's search her stuff. Okay, she was just keeping that in there, because of course she was. Zelda's journal. We should read Zelda's journal. Tomorrow's the big day, the wing ceremony. Finally, Kill Me can take a big step towards becoming a knight. Can't wait to see him promoted to full knighthood, but I'm a little worried he might have some trouble winning the race. Lately, Kill Me hasn't taken his flight training seriously. Someone needs to make sure he doesn't mess up his chance. So I made up my mind. Tomorrow I'll wake him up extra early and make sure he gets some last-minute practice, whether he likes it or not. He has to win, or we won't be able to perform the closing ceremony together. Aww. No new information, but, you know. I think the only fair thing to do is to sleep in Zelda's bed. And people just see me coming out of Zelda's room like, hang on a second! Okay, so... Listen, it wasn't me, Bragan. That's right, she killed Groose. And she took his shattered heart pieces and spread them throughout the land, and that's where the heart pieces come from. I have slept on a couch. It's extraordinarily painful. Like, it will destroy my neck so fast, I will have a neck ache and a migraine for days afterwards. I would quite literally just rather sleep on the floor than on a couch at this point in my life. Whoops, wrong button. Let me up. Let me up, Beetle. 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 There we go. Okay. Oh! 800 rupees. I can't afford the life medal. Oh my god. Alright, whatever. Let's grab this then.
Thank you!
Well, that heart container was too pricey. It's actually my fault, too, because I accidentally bought an extra stamina potion, which we are now going to chug, so I can empty it. There we go. Okay. Yep, on to Eldon. Ring, obviously. Wait a minute, is that where they got the name from? Shield upgrade. So I'm pretty sure I still don't have any feathers, like, at all. I'll check. But I'm like 80% certain I do not have. Master, I think there's an 80% chance that you do not have the feathers necessary to upgrade the shield.
Hey!
Yeah, I've tried to catch birds a few times and never succeeded. Yep. I can now douse for treasure. Thanks, Fi. The real problem is I see a bird and then I switch to the bug net and then I'm too late. Because it doesn't pause the game when I switch items, which is still just the weirdest choice in this whole game. But, whatever. Yeah, this is a whole game of weird choices, but that's a weird one. I don't even remember the next dungeon. In fact, I have extremely few memories from this point onwards, not counting the last boss fight, which can go straight to hell. They absolutely can, Bionic Punk. In fact, they have. As is their wont. We've arrived at Eldon Volcano. Thanks, GPS. You can use your dowsing ability to locate the gate to the trial. Okay. Somewhere down there, okay. Mind. Okay. That's lava. Okay, cool. Did you know that was lava? I mean, look, it's not my fault that I played Breath of the Wild before this game. And also after it. Oh god, I don't remember the specific reasoning, Andy. It was something stupid. It was like, this makes the game too open. People can just explore all over the place, and it's like... It was something dumb like that. I don't remember specifically, though, I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't worry, I can shred. Welcome to hell. Or awesome. Depending on how you look at it. Master Lord, this is the same damn thing it always is. Here's the same damn thing it always is. Here's the same damn thing it always is. Any questions? Yep. No, no. Get off my screen, Fi. Thank you. Actually, I did know that best in slot. But only because I know people who would actually, like, go out of their way to play, excuse me, real music with the ocarina. I disagree with that. I can make this happen. I can make it happen. Yeah. Bullcrap! I actually made it to the ledge. Just cheat me at this point, game. The GM says, no, quit it. But I can make it. Quit it. Fine. Not that I'm aware of, Hourglass, no. Ignoring the obvious fact that the Zelda series doesn't connect to itself, like, in a grand sense, because there is no real Zelda timeline, there's also the fact that this game was very clearly designed as a soft reboot of the entire franchise, so ignoring the fact that the timeline has always been bullcrap, this game in particular is definitely not connected to the other ones. The only game this game even vaguely connects to is Breath, and that is a pretty vague connection. I've heard some people say this is the Sacred Realm. I've heard some people say this is the Twilight Realm. The truth is, Fi said it right at the beginning. This is all in our heads. I admit that's not a very satisfying answer, but that's it. Yep, Link's head is full of fears. Can confirm. Yep, there's a reason we're named Kill Me, after all. Yeah, they probably did an extra polishing pass, ironically, on most of the areas when they were designing the trials. Because each area you have to go through 2.5 times, depending on how you count that exactly. They can change the state, though, like with those little Triforce fences. Either way, if this was actually a specific realm, I would say this is Hylia's realm. Assuming she has one, of course. You know, these things are smart reuse of assets. I don't mind these at all. Okay, that is all the ones down below. Well, then again, I also think Skyloft would have been better off if it was the Golden Realm or Hylia's Realm or something like that instead of the Sky, but that's just me. You know, that's fair, Rex. Hadn't thought about it from that angle, but you're right. Now to fail and have to do the whole thing over again. I probably should have done this section first, but whatever. We'll see how we do. We're running pretty low on time. Just don't interrupt me on the slide. Come on, game. I'm sure you can. Look up any speedrunners route for this. You'll probably see exactly how efficient you can get for this segment. Yeah, putting water on the slide is just a dick move. The only reason it's not a complete negative type thing is because the game lets you then move fast enough to kind of, you know, dodge the suckers, right? I didn't know that water was there. Huh. Okay, that sucks. Okay. We'll work with that. Which is funny, because both of them melee you, Hourglass, but yeah. You know, in all honesty, this could be a huge negative if they didn't design it as well as they did. Each of these, all of these. Okay, so where's the one I'm missing? Okay. There it is. Oh, come on, the delay! The delay cost me there! Jesus Christ, Link, you're the worst. This is actually extremely bad. Ugh. Really, Link? Okay. Well, I don't think I have a choice, so... I'll grab this. Asshole. Screw you, Link. Screw you and your stupid delays. Sorry, what I mean by that is he went down the slide, stopped for a solid second, paused, and then as soon as he paused, he was like, oh, I have to start sliding now. And that delay is what got me caught there. I almost... whatever. It's fine. Yeah, like that, right there. It's just... But no, I like this one too. It's 3. There's 3 areas, right? There's this area right here, there's the slide area, and then there's the navigation area. You just hit them in whatever order you want to. This is a good one. What do you got for me? Nothing. Oh. Fire shield earrings. I forgot those even existed. Yeah, I did the easiest section first because it was the longest section, which was honestly pretty stupid of me, but that's okay. Like the overwhelming majority of them are in the easiest section, the bottom lobe. Yeah, we got some good drip going on now. Oh god, we really can see the earrings. That's cute. Just now, Rex. Ah. Yep. So, now we can go to hot areas. Which is where Eternus has been for a long time, actually. He's been in, like, I don't know, the Sahara this whole time, which is not something I would recommend. We here at the Lore Rockers do not recommend. Yes, I know fire. I get it. I was just here, game. I was just here. Thank you, game. Thank you. I have a status update for you, Master. We are now near the crater at the peak of Elden Volcano. What is this music? I am detecting extremely high temperatures in this area. However, the fire shield earrings will allow for extended periods of exploration. I don't remember this dungeon. I calculate the probability of finding the final sacred fume at 90%. Recommend searching for flames. Thanks, Fi. Appreciate you. I don't remember this place. I have, like, no memories of this place. We'll see if anything prompts as I go through it. Alright, Eternus. What the hell? Oh, someone killed the bot, too. Killed the bot. It was von Falkenstein. Well, first and foremost, Eternus, thank you. I'll bow in for 3 minutes in just a second. I was actually worried about you because I hadn't seen you on stream in a while. It is good to know that you're doing okay. Because holy crap. I won't pry. I just hope you're alright. Or at least as alright as you can be. Things are interesting. So, thank you very, very much, Eternus. What is this music? Like, honestly. I do hope your thesis is going well. I can read chat while I'm bowing. I just realized I can read chat while I'm bowing. Hang on a second. I'll pull up my own stream here. Gotta get used to this. This is going to be what streams are going to be like relatively soon. Hopefully not for long. I don't know. There's a lot of in the air there, so who knows. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of thesis writing. You're not gonna fall.
Yes, I am.
Nope. You do me a favor?
What?
Can you say thank you, Eternus?
Thank you. Thank you, Eternus.
Thank you, girls.
I didn't fall.
You will never fall. Not until I fling you into the bed. Boy. Ready to be fun?
I can't again.
All right, fligging. Okay. You ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Fling. Yeah, I'll fight you as well. Fling. Oh, okay. Is it dinner time?
No. No, it's not dinner time. My dinner time.
Okay. All right, come here.
Actually, is dinner time.
Whoosh. Yeah.
I want to fling me again.
Okay. It is dinner time. So it's a good time to pause since we just entered this dungeon. So tomorrow, at roughly 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tickle! Tickle! No, I'm being tickled! I'm being tickled! No! No!